The Hario Suiren is a pretty crazy looking brewer. At first I didn't believe that it could even work. Drippers have been the staple of mankind at least since the early 20th century. The simple and hands-on approach of brewing with a dripper leaves little room for new designs. In contrast to other brewing methods like espresso, where the machine is often mistakenly believed to be the most important part of coffee, the philosophy of drippers is very clear. Drippers are simply designed to make great coffee from great coffee beans. They are the enthusiast's favorite, as they put the most emphasis on coffee beans. Hario, with the Suiren, probably wants to make a bit of a contradictory statement. Just look at this thing. It's weird, wacky, and yes, this is a real air gap. Behind this design there is actually clever physics. In drippers, water drips down by gravity, overcoming the resistance of the paper filter and the coffee grounds. This resistance is often regulated with ridges inside the walls of a dripper. These ridges provide extra tension by having some additional contact with the paper surface. The tension can make controlled paths with less resistance. Since extraction is critically dependent on drawdown time, these ridges, or in some other forms, are essentially what makes the drippers drippers. The Suiren essentially creates the same mechanism by removing the conical shape altogether. They replace the wall ridges with 12 detachable plastic ribs, creating the same contact differential, increasing flow by creating tension. Comparing it with the regular V60 with the same coffee and setup, the drawdown time is extended to about 10 seconds. However, the overall experience was not any different really. There might be some more temperature loss caused by different geometries or less tension caused by the suspension of paper filter on air. I can't pinpoint which one is true, as I don't have the equipment. What I can attest is that it's a legit dripper, and there is no deal breaker here. Out of curiosity, I tried brewing with 3 ribs. It barely works, so don't do it. By doing it like this, we can extend the brew time to about 10 to 15 seconds, confirming our tension theory a little bit. You might ask the question, why is this even a big deal if nothing's changing? Well, let's go back to the Suiren and see it again. It's a countertop centerpiece. It's an aesthetic statement. It's going to turn heads of even non-coffee drinkers, even if you're not using it. You also have the addition to be able to change these ribs to have different colors, as the ribs are modular. You don't have to stack them when you have a ton of them like many do. It's also much more manageable if you want to store or carry it around. One small caveat is that you want to throw and clean the coffee leftovers as fast as possible, since it's rather harder to clean than regular ones. But I don't think this is a major issue. Adding aesthetics and something gimmicky to something that's rather saturated is, to be frank, one of my most hated design philosophies. But I feel the Suiren is one that deserves to be excluded from that category. It keeps the same function and performance of a classic, but different enough aesthetically where it stands out significantly. You also have an extra touch of personality and portability too, and I call that pretty smart. Threading that fine line isn't easy, trust me. I hope everyone can learn a thing or two from Hario, even if it took them countless of times to come up with something like this. So with that being said, let me read your disagreements in the comments section. If you found this video interesting, you can also see my other coffee videos where I check some espresso machines. Until next time.